Namaste, Namaskara, Vanakkam. Guys, in CA Intermediate Income Tax paper, the very first compulsory question carries 15 marks. And every attempt, guys, you pick last 5 attempts question papers, you see very first question, 15 marker question is asked every attempt from total income topic. Total income topic only it is asked. When you know that one particular question will be asked every attempt, in your attempt also it is going to come. You need to be really prepared like anything, guys. There are a lot of students who do not even know how to solve a total income combination question. And lot of students are even scared of this kind of total income combination question. But don't worry, you watch this video till the end, guys. Trust me, I will teach you the shortcuts, how to save time, how to quickly solve total income combination. Laddu 15 marks in your pocket. 15 marks guaranteed, guys. Maximum marks you will get out of 15 marks. Maybe 13 you can expect, or 14 also if you beautifully present it. Every adjustment, if you write properly, you can expect 14 marks out of 15 marks. Guaranteed, guys. Watch this video till the end if you are really scared of total income computation. Guys, generally total income computation, there are different models actually in the question itself. Lot of times a P&L account kind of a statement is given, and only under one optional tax regime or default tax regime the answer will be expected from you. And lot of times they will ask you under both the tax regimes you need to find out the total income. Or sometimes they may ask you not just total income, they will ask you tax liability as well. And there may be sometimes income and expenditure account given. Sometimes receipts and payments account is given. Every model I will cover in this video, guys. Watch till the end. If you have headache of total income, the very first compulsory question, you want to crack it, this is the best video you can watch, guys. Trust me on this. I will slowly take you step by step what steps you need to follow, so that there will be one flow of the steps through which you will be able to crack the income tax total income computation question, guys. See, first of all, keep in mind one thing. Whenever you enter examination hall, first you get the question paper, then 15 minutes time you have. After that only you will get your answer sheet. What do you do in that 15 minutes? I will tell you one thing. Just focus on total income computation. Take pencil and mark. Keep marking all the adjustments. Be ready with the answer before this. Even you start your examination answer sheet, guys. 15 minutes utilize for the total income computation. Laddu 15 marks in your pocket. First of all, I will take the first model, guys. Profit and loss model with the P&L statement. Only one tax regime is asked. Sir, what is this, sir? Guys, there are two tax regimes we know. Optional tax regime, default tax regime. Lot of times question may ask you to only compute under one tax regime, either optional or default. But sometimes the question may ask you compute under both the tax regimes, optional and default tax regime. The first model I am going to discuss is profit and loss model with a P&L statement will be given, and only one tax regime they are expecting from you. So when P&L statement means like this one, P&L account will be given in the question itself. And they will ask you to compute under one tax regime, guys. See, in this question, default tax regime it is given. Yes, so first what you will do, whenever you get question paper, there are three parts of total income computation question, guys. Part 1 is called the introduction part of the question. The first paragraph which you are looking at is introduction of the question, guys. Then what you are looking at is the body of the question. The third last thing is the demand of the question. Three parts are there in a total income computation, guys. Number 1, introduction. This is called introduction. Number 2, body of the question. Number 3, demand of the question. Sir, why is it important, sir? You will realize now how important it is. Guys, there is a procedure to how to actually tackle total income computation. Lot of students don't even know. If you don't know, full focus on this video till the end, guys. So first introduction, why it matters, sir? Very simple. You tell me, under default tax regime, can we claim additional depreciation? Not possible. And additional depreciation, in which category we calculate? In which category we take it? only for a manufacturing business having purchased a new plant and machinery during the year. Only then we will claim additional depreciation. Correct? So if in the question like this, manufacturer is given, of course it will click you. If it is a manufacturing business, if this business has purchased a new plant and machinery, I have to give additional depreciation. But wait. Additional depreciation only under optional tax regime. No, not under default tax regime. These questions will pop up in your mind. So it becomes very important. You cannot miss this information, guys. So manufacturer term becomes very important. So you will take pencil in that 15 minutes before you start your examination. As soon as you get your question paper, the first line you will read and you will mark this manufacturer term, because important information. It can change your answer if you miss additional depreciation. Next, Mr. Raju, manufacturer at Chennai, gives the manufacturing trading profit and loss account for 31st of March 2025. So once you are done with this first line, you will not read the body of the question. You will directly go to the end of the question. Sir, why, sir? I'll tell you why. Compute the total income of Mr. Raju for assessment year 25-26, assuming he pays tax under default tax regime only, guys. Guys, if you don't know whether you are asked to compute under default tax regime or optional tax regime, what is the use you reading all this information? Not at all use. You are wasting your time. Say for example, here one expenditure is given. For example, some expenditure is given. Any expenditure for that matter, which, say for example, some deduction information is given. Medical insurance premium paid, like that. Do you think a medical insurance premium paid would be eligible for default tax regime? No. So how will you know whether you have to consider or not? Yes. So first of all, you read the demand of the question. So once you read the heading of the question, come to demand of the question. Total income under default tax regime only asked. Guys, you need to be very careful. Here only total income is asked. They have not asked you to compute the tax liability, guys. Lot of students, they don't even know. I have to stop where. If you don't know where to stop, you are wasting your time. If you compute tax liability also here, which is not asked in the question, you are wasting your time. You will not get any additional marks there. So demand of the question becomes very important. Compute the total income under default tax regime. Now I know I have to only, whenever I will read this body of the question, I will only think from the perspective of default tax regime only. Getting it? Now we will read the body of the question. Guys, simple step I'll tell you. Take pencil, and whenever you read this profit and loss account, always start on the credit side. This is credit side of profit and loss account. This is debit side of profit and loss account. So first come to credit side. Whenever you read profit and loss account, think from the perspective of a PGBP, head of income. Because think logically, guys. You prepare profit and loss account for what? Business purpose, not for other sources, not for salary, not for house property income. So if you find on the credit side income from other sources or income from house property, salary, capital gains, anything, just throw them away from the P&L account. Are you getting it? Yes. So first sales, any adjustment required? No. So you will not mark anything. Closing stock, no adjustment needed. Gross profit, no adjustment needed. But dividend from domestic company, this is a IFOS item sitting in profit and loss account PGBP head. So we have to throw this out, means this is already on the credit side. So you will have to reduce, comma, IFOS. Just write like this in your question paper. With the pencil you have to write. Sir, what do you mean by this, sir? What do you mean by this? This means I have to reduce it from PGBP and I have to consider under IFOS. You will save a lot of time, guys. Next, income from agriculture. Guys, agriculture income is totally exempt. It is sitting in your PGBP head. So we have to take it out. So I will reduce from here also. But I will not take it anywhere because this is exempt income. Yes, next. Opening stock, no problem. Purchases of raw material, no problem. Manufacturing expenses, no problem. Gross profit, no problem. Administrative charges, no problem. SGST penalty is a problem, guys. Penalty for a breach of law. Remember your PGBP head. It is not allowable expenditure, but you have already taken it. So you need to add back this thing. You will need to add back this expenditure. So I will write it here, add. With pencil, I'll mark all this on the question paper. This we are doing it in the 15 minutes duration which we get for the additional bonus time to read the question paper. Guys, at that time only you mark everything. So that once you get your answer sheet, immediately you can present and you will not miss. If you mark like this, you will not miss even a single adjustment, guys. And you will get absolutely right answer. Next. Sir, GST paid, sir, it is allowable. Income tax is not allowable. GST is allowable. General expenses allowable. Interest to bank on machinery term loan allowable. But you need to keep in mind, if this machinery is used for business or for the personal purposes, everything you have to check. If nothing is given, then we need to assume it is for business purpose only. Depreciation, guys. This depreciation generally is calculated as per the books of accounts. We need to recalculate the depreciation as per the Income Tax Act if the information is provided in the additional information. So we will add back this depreciation, guys. This is a wrong information, wrong depreciation given. So how easy it becomes, just to think, imagine beautifully, you know where adjustments and all you need to do. Correct? Next. That was from the P&L standpoint. Now here some additional information is given. Guys, keep in mind one thing. Generally, additional information, whatever you see here, is not given impact in the profit and loss account unless it is specifically mentioned. Right? So first, administrative charges include 46,000 paid as commission to brother of assessee. Commission amount at the market rate is 36,000. So there is a brother of the assessee to whom this assessee paid 46,000. And for in the market for that same expenditure only 36,000 is paid. So excessive payment which you make to relative, recall your PGBP topic. If you have made some excessive payments to your relative, you have to disallow that excess payment, guys. Guys, think this administrative charges included saying means administrative charges, it is already there in the profit and loss account. So 3,26,000 already includes this 46,000. So out of this administrative charges, you have to reduce that to 10,000, right? Because you have already taken excess 10,000 excess, guys. 46,000 minus 36,000. 10,000 excess deduction you have taken. So you have to increase your profit now. If you have to increase your profit, you have to add back 10,000 rupees, guys. So you will write here 10,000 add, you will do there, and you will write here 10,000 add to your PGBP. Getting it? Next. Assessee paid 33,000 in cash to transport carrier on 29/12. The amount is included in manufacturing expenses. TDS provisions are not applicable. Guys, as per the Income Tax Act, if you make payment for expenditure more than 10,000 other than in prescribed modes, in that case you need to disallow that expenditure. But there is an exception to that. To a transport carrier, you can make in cash payment up to 35,000. Already till 33 is within the 35,000. There is no adjustment needed. So this information is a bait. It is given to confuse you because ICI wants to reduce the pass percentage. Only if they give like this information, student will fall in trap and they will fail. So guys, this 33,000 is a nonsense information. You need not give any kind of adjustment here, guys. This is a trap, guys. You need to be very, very careful, guys. No adjustment needed for this. Next. A sum of 4,000 per month was paid as salary to staff throughout the year, and this has not been recorded in the books of accounts. You have in this profit and loss account, you missed it to take one expenditure. Guys, if you missed it to take one expenditure, you have to reduce your profit, right? If you have to reduce your profit, you have to reduce this expenditure. So 4,000 per month means 4,000 into 12 will become 48,000, and I'll write like this. Negative means I have to reduce from my profit and loss account. Next, bank term loan interest actually paid up to 31st of March is 20,000. Balance was paid in November 2025. Guys, there is one provision under PGBP. 43B section, which says that interest payment shall be made on or before the due date of filing return of income. Guys, he is an individual person. The due date will be, in this case, will be what? See, look at the turnover is 2 lakh, 2 crore 32 lakh rupees. So, if the turnover is 2 crore 32 lakh rupees, let's imagine he is a tax audit case. The due date is 31st of October for filing return of income. But look at what information is saying. 20,000 is paid as on March itself. Rest was paid in November, which is after the due date. But what happened? Bank term loan interest. Here you see interest on a bank term loan 60,000 you already debited. In this 60,000, only 20,000 you made payment as on 31st of March. Means another 40,000 you have not made payment before the due date of filing of return of income, which has to be disallowed. So if you have to disallow 40,000, what we will do? We will add back 40,000. So we will write here, add back 40,000. Next. Housing loan principal repaid during the year was 50,000 and it relates to residential property acquired by him in 23-24 for self-occupation. Housing loan interest repaid was 50,000. Guys, housing loan repayment, principal repayment if you do, generally it should be eligible for 80C. 80C, this should be eligible. Principal repayment of housing loan. But mind you guys, this question is default tax regime. It is not optional tax regime. Under default tax regime, you are not eligible for chapter 6A deductions. So this is also one trap, guys. Be very careful. You have to ignore this information. Guys, be very careful. I see a lot of times different places. It will keep like this traps. If you fell into the trap, you will be in the unsuccessful list. Whoever misses this traps, whoever will recognize this trap and will be very careful, will become a successful student in the result day. Are you getting it? Yes. So this is absolutely trap, guys. Ignore this information. Relates to residential house property acquired for self-occupation. Interest on housing loan was 23,000. Guys, under default tax regime, you do not get even interest from housing loan also. You will not be eligible to claim any deduction. Both are trap information only. Housing loan was taken from Canara Bank. These amounts were not dealt with in profit and loss account. Okay, no problem. In profit and loss account, nowhere those two informations are given. If this was already, if this line was given like these amounts were dealt with in profit and loss account, then we would have reduced those amounts from the profit and loss account. Are you getting it? So here, no adjustment is required, guys. Nothing is required. Next. Depreciation allowable under the Act is to be computed on the basis of following information. WDV minus depreciation previous year 23-24. This is nothing but opening WDV. Additions during the year more than 180 used is 2 lakh rupees. This is additions more than 180 days. Guys, total additions during the year is 4 lakhs. Look at how carefully you need to read this information. Total addition is 4 lakh. And out of 4 lakhs, 2 lakhs is used for more than 180 means you need to interpret, you need to understand this. Another 2 lakhs is used for less than 180 days. You getting it? That's how the twisted information they will give you. So on these two things, you will claim more than 180 days depreciation at the rate of full depreciation at the rate of 15% you will take. And here out of 4 lakhs, 2 lakhs you already took. So on the rest 2 lakhs, you will claim at the rate of 7.5% half rate of depreciation only. This is how you read the question and be ready with, okay, these are the adjustments I need to do. Now guys, one more thing. Additions, plant and machinery, manufacturing business. Generally, additional information, additional depreciation should be given. But we will not fall into this trap of manufacturing word also here. Because this is a default tax regime question, guys. This careful you need to be. Now we have read the question very carefully within the 15 minutes of the question paper which is given. So how to present, sir? I have read all the adjustments, sir. I have understood how to present, sir. Very simple. First of all, identify how many heads of income are there. Number one, PGBP is there. Number two, IFOS is there. Pretty clear. House property is also there. Sir, but house property we are not going to give any adjustment. But at least to show that there was a house property, interest was there, and I am not giving any interest deduction here. Yes, there are three heads of income here, guys. Yes, number one, PGBP, IFOS, and house property. Now, what is the demand of the question? Only total income. Guys, what do you mean by total income? Gross total income minus chapter 6A deductions is your total income. Gross total income is different. Total income is different, guys. You will stop till total income. You will not even compute your tax liability, and you will do it only under the default tax regime. So always start like this, guys. Computation of profit from manufacturing business of Raju. So start like this. This is the PGBP head income which you are computing here. First profit means this is PGBP head we are computing, and I've written the default tax regime also mentioned there. You will also be mindful. Next, always start with the profit and loss account profit, guys. You look at this 5 lakhs of profit. Start with that. Then, guys, number one. First of all, reduce the credit side items. Remember, we started the question reading itself from the credit side. Reduce these two items. Then add back these three items. Then go to additional information wherever you see this beautifully in a flow. It will happen, guys. You need not remember anything. You will not miss any information. So first what you will do, in order to find out your PGBP, you will take the net profit. First, you will write heading like this: computation of profit from manufacturing business of Raju for year ended. Follow this step. You will get full marks, guys. Maximum marks, maximum score you will get. So, particulars, rupees and rupees. Default tax regime also. Net profit as per profit and loss account 5 lakhs. So, first what I told you, reduce these two items. Less items or incomes credited to profit and loss account to be considered separately. This heading you give and reduce this 15,000 and 1,80,000. See here how beautifully it is presented. Incomes credited to profit and loss account to be considered separate, or exempt income also. No, agriculture income is exempt income. So you will reduce these two amounts. This is the total. In negative bracket means reduction is happening. Less I have written dividend income and agriculture income. Next. Next, we are done with this side. We will come to this side of information now. The first thing what we are looking at is the 10,000 administrative expenses which we need to add. We will add that. Next, SGST penalty 5,000, depreciation 2 lakhs. Only these items we have here. Only 3 items I need to add back. See here, I will not miss anything. Only 3 for information, whatever is given here. SGST penalty 5,000, excess payment to brother 10,000, unpaid bank interest depreciation. Okay, this also we have here. So we need to add here also, right? So this 20,000, 40,000 rupees which we need to add back. So totally we will have 4 information here. See here, 5,000, 10,000, 40,000, 2 lakhs. Depreciation, unpaid bank interest and everything has come here. We will add back this. Add back 2,55,000. Then what is left out? This is already considered. Cash to transport agency, no need of any adjustment. 48,000 separately we need to take additional information. So see here, expenses to be considered. Guys, keep in mind one thing. Sir, this 48,000 is allowable expenditure. Why we have not considered here itself? Guys, there is these two items are from the profit and loss account you are doing the adjustment. But this is purely separate adjustment you are doing, because this 48,000 information is given in the additional information. Sir, here also this information is additional, no sir. But guys, this information is already administrative charges covered in the profit and loss account. But this salary is totally ignored information, right? So 48,000 we are considering expenses to be considered separately. But what is the heading here? Expenses debited to profit and loss account, incomes credited to profit and loss account is different. So these items we took from the profit and loss account, but this is from the additional information which we need to consider. Expenses to be considered, unrecorded salary we took 48,000. Depreciation working note we have given here. Because depreciation, we need to do a working note, right? Separately. So this depreciation, whatever was there here, 2 lakh rupees, we added here already 2 lakhs. But we need to reduce the depreciation as per Income Tax Act. That we will do it here. Working note 1. So see here, working note I have separately I have computed. Opening WDV, if you remember, full rate of depreciation, more than 180 days, 2 lakhs, 15%, 30,000. What less than 180 days, 7.5%. I have computed like this. You need to also give one proper full-fledged working note separately, guys. Total depreciation 223,500. You see here 223,500. Here I have presented like this 223 and I have written here working note 1. This total is given and PGBP only I have come. And I have written here, see, no additional depreciation under default tax regime. You write one line. This what we computed is not total income. This is just PGBP income. We need to find income from other source also. Yes. So here, computation of total income of Raju under default tax regime. First, profit from business 2,88,500. Where from you got, sir? See here 2,88,500. Next. I told you income from house property, you show it as 0. Sir, we will not write any note. We will write here. See, Mr. Raju is paying tax under default tax regime and house property is self-occupied. Income from house property shall be nil. One note is enough. Yes. So, you will write 0 here. Income from other sources, dividend, 15,000 rupees. Sir, agriculture income, that is exempt income. You cannot take it here. So this gives you gross total income. Also show chapter 6 deductions nil. Total income will become this. So your first demand of the question is done. Total income computation you have shown. And you write some notes, additional notes. Under default tax regime, additional depreciation is not allowed. No chapter 6 deduction under default tax regime. Payment to transporters under 35,000 is allowable. No disallowance under section 48.3. This much if you write, guys, you can expect minimum 13 marks out of 15 marks. Follow these steps, guys. Follow these steps. Follow these steps, you will get full marks. Beautifully, you will not miss even a single information. Now let's look at the second question, guys. P&L model only. Without a P&L statement, a lot of times question will be asked. Both the tax regime also. Now, earlier what we have seen is only under default tax regime the question is asking you. This question will ask you to compute under optional tax regime and default tax regime. Just imagine how much time it will consume. Lot of time if you separately present. First optional tax regime, read the full question and do all the adjustment. Again for default tax regime, read the full question. How time taking it is. I will give you shortcut method, guys. It will save a lot of time of yours. Yes. Profit and loss account model without a P&L statement. Guys, here you look at the question. In this question, one P&L statement is given. But the model which I am discussing now is the model in which you will not find a profit and loss account statement. Statement you will not find, but it will give line like this. See here. Mr. Ram, a resident individual aged 58 years, engaged in manufacturing. Again, important information. Statement of profit and loss account. Then what is it saying? Statement of profit and loss account shows a net profit. See here, look at the language, guys. Statement of profit and loss account shows a net profit after depreciation but before tax of 52 lakh rupees for the financial year ended 31st of March 2025. After debiting or crediting the following items, it says. Statement as such, like this one statement is not given. What is it giving is information kind of a statement. Yes. So the difference between the first question and second question is, in the first question we saw a statement. In the second question there is no P&L statement, but this is also profit and loss account only. So what is it saying is, statement of profit and loss account shows a net profit of 52 lakhs after depreciation but before tax, after debiting or crediting the following information. Very, very important point. after debiting the following information. Guys, you know what is it trying to say? This 52 lakhs of profit has been arrived after considering this 10 points as credit and debit. Means this is already forming part of this 52 lakhs profit. So you need to be very, very careful. I am discussing here different models which are asked in the total income computation. If you are aware of these models, immediately when you will go for examination, you will understand, okay, this is this model, how to approach. How to approach, I'll teach you now. Yes. So after debiting and crediting these items, 52 lakhs has been arrived as PGBP profit, guys, as per books of accounts. Let's look into the information. Yes. Now, first of all, depreciation as per income tax rules, guys. You only tell me depreciation as per income tax rule means this 28 lakhs does not have no problem. Guys, one second. First of all, we have read only what heading. I told you there are three parts to the question. Number one, heading of the question. Number two, body of the question. Number three, demand of the question. First, start with heading of the question. Then don't read body of the question. Go to the demand of the question. Demand of the question is you are required to compute total income and tax liability as well, guys. So you are aware of what is the requirement of the question. Under both the tax regimes, normal as well as 115 BSE, suggest the one which is more beneficial to him. Guys, you know what? You know what? And Ram prepares his accounts on mercantile basis, guys. There are actually three demand of the question in this paragraph. Three demands. Number one, total income. First compute total income, then tax liability also, that too under both the tax regimes, default tax regime, optional tax regime, and suggest which one is beneficial. Guys, if you compute everything, last one line if you don't write, I want to suggest this person go with the default tax regime because the tax liability is less. If you miss this suggestion also, you will lose marks. So whenever you start a total income computation, again I repeat, three parts of a total income computation question is there. Number one, introduction of the question. Number two, body of the question. Number three, demand of the question. Always start with introduction of the question, then go to demand of the question, then only come to body of the question, guys. So now I understood. Okay, both the tax regimes are there. So whenever you will read the question, you will always think from the perspective of both optional and default tax. Okay, under optional tax regime I'll do like this, under default tax regime I'll do like this. So you will save a lot of time, you will not get confused. And the demand is total income and tax liability as well, and you have to give one suggestion also which is more beneficial under both the tax regimes. Number one, depreciation as per income tax rules, already it is computed 28 lakhs. Good enough, no problem, no adjustment. Including additional depreciation on new plant and machinery of 1,50,000. Now, guys, remember how this step 2 will help you. First we read the introduction, then we jump to do this last information without reading the body. We did not read body. How it helps, now I know that I have to compute under both the tax regimes, but now what is this first information is saying? There is additional depreciation included in this 28 lakhs, guys. And additional depreciation under default tax regime I cannot consider. No, I have to only consider under optional tax regime. So what I have to do, I will write it here: default tax regime, add back 1,50,000. Enough. Optional tax regime, no need to give any adjustment. This is enough. No, are you getting it? So that's how it helps, guys. That's how it helps. Next, interest amounting to 2,10,000 for short payment of advance tax as per 234B. 234B relating to assessment year, guys. Under income tax, you cannot claim income tax allowance or income tax expenditure. You cannot claim income tax interest on income tax. You cannot claim penalty on income tax. You cannot claim fees of income tax. Nothing you can claim. So this is already claimed to 2,10,000. See what is this information saying? Statement of P&L net profit after debiting or crediting these items is 52 lakhs. So whenever we will start the answer, we will start with 52 lakhs. and we will add back this 2,10,000 of interest payment on income tax which you already claimed, which has to be disallowed. So I will add back this 2,10,000 rupees. Add back. I'll write both. Both means what? Under the both the tax regimes, I have to add back. This and all you will write in the 15 minutes. When you get question paper with pencil, you will write shortly. Yes, next. 3,50,000 paid to contractor for carrying out whitewash work at factory premises. Tax was not deducted on this payment. Contractor did not file return of income. Guys, you remember under PGBP head, if you made any payment of expenditure without deducting the TDS, 30% of such expenditure has to be added back. Now, guys, under both the tax regime, this will apply. No. So, this 3,50,000 is the total payment. 3,50,000 into 30% if I do, 1,05,000 I have to add under both the tax regimes. 1,05,000 add both I will write here. Easy. Next. Contribution to PM National Relief Fund 3 lakh paid by way of check. Guys, this expenditure you claimed it in the P&L account. This is actually a deduction under chapter 680G 100% unlimited category. You cannot claim in P&L account. So you will add back 3 lakhs under both the tax regimes. But keep in mind one thing. When you will go to chapter 6A deduction, you will not claim it under default tax regime. Only under optional tax regime you will claim. So you will write it here. You will write it here. Somewhere you will write it chapter 6A deduction, or you will write here 80G only under optional tax regime only, not under default tax regime, guys. Like this you mark and keep it. So it will cakewalk for you to solve the question. Gada you will write in answer. You will save a lot of time. Next. Expenditure towards advertising charges of brochure to a political party registered under so and so is 40,000 paid by check. Guys, one more thing. Advertisement for a political party, it is not, first of all, it is not a business expenditure. Number two, you cannot even claim under 80 GGB, GGC also you cannot claim. They are only donation to political party is allowed, but advertisement is not allowed. So you will add back this 40,000 rupees. You will add back 40,000 rupees under both. You will add back and you will stop it there. You will not claim any expenditure under chapter 6A. You want to write, you write like this. Chapter 6A, nothing I will claim. Yes, next. Interest on term loan obtained from cooperative bank not paid before the due date of filing of return of income, 2,60,000 rupees. Guys, 2,60,000 rupees, you did not pay interest. 43B section. Under both the tax regimes, you have to disallow. So 43B add. I'll write both. Both under both the tax regimes, I have to do. Next. Contribution towards pension scheme of employees is 1,50,000. The eligible salary and dearness allowance is 10 lakhs. Guys, if you remember under PGBP, there is one provision. If an employer makes contribution to the pension scheme of employees, in that case, maximum 14% of a dearness, basic plus a dearness allowance in terms only allowed. Now, eligible salary and dearness allowance is 10 lakhs means on that only 14% is allowed. 10 lakhs into 14% is 1,40,000. But you have claimed 1,50,000 already in your P&L account. So you will add back 10,000 under both the tax regime, guys. How quickly we are solving this. Both the tax regimes we are tackling in one shot. One shot, two dhamaka. Next. Industrial power tariff concession of 2,50,000 received from central government. Guys, this concession received from central government already credited to profit and loss account. There is no need of adjustment. So I will write here, no adjustment required. No need, no, already credited. Business income only this is. Yes, next. Interest from banks on fixed deposits, 1,50,000. Guys, interest on fixed deposit is IFOS. No, how can it come to P&L account? So we will reduce from profit and comma IFOS under both the tax regimes. We have to reduce, and both the tax regimes IFOS we give. Next, cash gift from father, 90,000. Guys, cash gift from father. It is not a business profit. It is IFOS. Later, it is not taxable because of relative and all is secondary information. But first of all, I have to reduce it from PGBP both. Then I can write IFOS exempt. I can write. Yes, next. Now, guys, keep in mind one thing. Whatever information we have seen here, right from point 1 till point 10, this is after debiting and crediting the profit and loss account. Now, if you see here, additional information is different, guys. Means this information is not considered in profit and loss account. You have to be very, very careful. Next. Expenditure pertaining to previous financial year was allowed on due basis but paid in current year in cash. Guys, you only know. You know that if you follow mercantile system of accounting, any expenditure payable is allowed except those 43B payments. Any expenditure is allowed even though it is not paid. If you made the payment in cash, 40A3 gets triggered because more than 10,000 you cannot make in cash payment, but here you have made, so this will be disallowed, guys. You need not claim it as an expenditure. First thing, you cannot claim it as expenditure. Expenditure was allowed on due basis but paid in current year in cash. Simple, guys. Last year you already claimed it as expenditure, 35,000. This year you made it cash payment. So last year you claimed as expenditure, you reduced profit. This year when you made the payment, you made in cash, so you have to add back because you are making payment other than in cash modes. In that case, add back other than in prescribed modes, add back under both the tax regime, guys. Getting the logic? Last year you claimed the expenditure on due basis. So this year when you made payment, you made payment in cash. If you had made payment in banking channels, then I would have not given any adjustment. Since you made in cash, this has to be disallowed. So disallowance means add. Next, audit for the previous year 75,000 was 75,000. TDS was TDS deducted but not deposited in the relevant previous year. However, TDS was deposited on December, guys. Last year, when the 75,000 payment was made to auditors, TDS was not deducted. So think logically, last year itself, when the payment was made without deduction of TDS, 30% of the 75,000 rupees you would have disallowed in that year, last year. Now in this year, when TDS is deposited now TDS is deposited, you can claim. See, in this year TDS was deposited during the financial year 24-25. Now you can claim the 30% which was disallowed earlier year, because in this year you deposited TDS. No, so only 30% you will claim now. You will claim now. Earlier 30% added to the profit. This year you have to reduce from the profit. So reduce only 30% of 75,000. 22,500 under both the tax regime you have to reduce. So whatever I am doing here, whatever I am doing, this I am doing in the 15 minutes duration, 15 minutes duration. As soon as I receive my question paper on my hand, once I receive the answer sheet, immediately I'll jump into the answer writing. Daga, 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 I'll write. Full answer I'll write. I'll not miss even a single adjustment. Yes, next, guys, you are required to compute total income and tax liability under both the tax regime. Now I will give you one shortcut method, guys. You guys, lot of times this model is asked, both the tax regimes, very, very important. Yes, how to solve, sir? Two formats have to prepare, sir? No, very easy model I'll give you. See, this model is the best model. Both the tax regime in one shot you will do it, guys. Try this. I'm telling you, in the best time possible you will finish off this question. Looks very big. Oh, two regimes, so this many adjustments. Nothing. You followed this in question. Now you follow this in answer. You will feel the difference. Yes, let's see. So first, computation of total income of RAM. You will give the heading. Particulars, optional tax regime, default tax regime. Now mind you, guys, you are required to compute what? Total income and tax liability also, and you have to suggest also which is better. right? So first always start with PGBP. Net profit we took 52 lakh rupees. Next, less items credited to profit and loss account considered separate or exempt. If you remember here, so first we will take 52 lakhs already taken. Next, depreciation and all is not credited. We will see. I already told you in a P&L kind of a model, always first take the credit side, income side adjustments. Income side adjustments means what? We need to take those incomes which pertains to other heads of income, IFOS or capital gains or something like that. Yes, what is there like that here? Interest, you see here, not this interest. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. So first we will take what? Interest from bank deposits 1,50,000. IFOS, here we can see IFOS. Yes. So first we will go here. Industrial power tariff, okay, nothing. Interest on fixed deposits 1,50,000. Cash gift from father also 90,000 IFOS. And we are writing here taxable under other sources. Consider under IFOS. One line you write. Sir, what is this, sir? Power tariff. Guys, here on the credit side, they have given no industrial power tariff, no adjustment. You have to show why you have not considered this 2,50,000. So we are considering here. Next, likewise, we will add expenses debited to profit and loss account to be considered separately or disallow. So these are only those expenses which you already debited to your profit and loss account, which you need to disallow, guys. Number one, additional depreciation. I told you already, under default tax regime, you will add back this additional depreciation. You see this question, default tax regime, add back 1,50,000. Then what we will add? We will add interest payment on income tax. We will add both. Contractor payment, we will add 1,05,000. Then a PM relief fund, 3 lakhs we will add. Advertisement charges to political party we will add. Then interest on a loan from 43B will add. So we will add all of these things. See here, beautifully I have written 243B payment interest on income tax added under both the tax regime. Payment to contractor 30% added. PM fund 3 lakhs 80G. Political party 40,000. Interest on unpaid loan, everything is added. Now we will take those expenses which we have not considered. Guys, keep in mind one thing, guys. Wherever you see this adjustment, I have highlighted, I have written not allowed under default tax. Reason also I have written here. Disallow 30% 40A1A. Claim under 80G. Not a business expense. You should write exactly in this way. You would write reason also immediately here in bracket, guys. Becomes very, very important to write the reason why you are adding here a particular thing. Yes. So the presentation matters a lot. Next. Disallowance under 43B. Reason I have written why I have taken this. Now contribution to 80CCD. See here only I have shown the working note also. Actual contribution they did 1,50,000. Eligible contribution is 10 lakhs into 14%, 1,40,000. Excess contribution is 10,000. Like this, if you don't show the workings, you will not get even a single mark. You will get sunyam, 0 you will get. So this working note also should form part of your answer. Next. Separately, I am taking those items. I am taking those items which to be considered separately from the additional information. Excess payment made in cash, expenditure 35,000 rupees which is made payment in cash, and audit fee earlier claimed. We have to take 35 and 22,500. See here, I have given here 35,000 add under both the tax regimes, 22,500 under both the tax. If you know all of this, immediately you will come and write the answer. Becomes so easy now. Correct? In a flow it is going. PGBP we have arrived. But there is IFOS also. If you remember here. So how will you find IFOS? Very simple. You will come here. Okay, IFOS. IFOS. Two things I have in IFOS. Immediately you will consider. One IFOS, both 1,50,000 under both the tax regimes you need to consider. This cash is from father. So relative, no need to give any IFOS thing. Exempt I have written already. So you will come here. You will show it under IFOS. See here. IFOS, optional tax regime, default. One shot you will do both. So you will write the format like this. And you will write in one shot itself. You will write both. Interest on FD under both the tax regime taxable. Cash gift from father, exempt. So you write it here and show it. Relative, exempt, IFOS, total. Now, gross total income A plus B. Sir, what is A, sir? See here, PGBP A. This is amount A. This is amount B. So A plus B you have written here. Is there any chapter 6A deduction? This may be possible under optional tax regime only. Default tax regime, nothing. So you see here, you remember that PM relief fund 100% eligible. So 3 lakhs I have given under optional tax regime. Nothing I gave under default tax regime. Political advertisement, I told you it is not eligible for both the tax regimes. Total income, tax liability will compute here itself. You will save a lot of time, and there has to be a conclusion also, guys. Yes, there has to be a conclusion also. So as the tax liability under the optional tax regime is less, it is more beneficial to pay tax under optional tax regime. As simple as that. That's all. Your question is done. You will save a lot of time. Don't go and separately I'll format one format for optional tax regime. First I will do optional tax regime, then I will do default tax regime. You will waste a lot of time, trust me. This is the best method you can follow. Yes, let's go to the third model, guys. So far what we have seen is two models. P&L model, only one tax regime, and a P&L statement is given. P&L model, no statement is given, but under both the tax regime. Now we will look at income and expenditure model on both the tax regimes. Guys, lot of times, especially in case of professions, you will not see trading account, P&L account. No, you will see income and expenditure account. Right? So income and expenditure account is also a kind of profit and loss account only. On the income side, you will find all incomes. On the expenditure side, you will find all the profession related expenditure. Now, how to approach this? Very simple. Same model. First read heading of the question, then read demand of the question, then read body of the question. Whenever you read the body of the question, mark everything. But whenever you will start writing your answer for PGBP income, start with profit. Then you reduce all the unnecessary credit incomes. Then you go to debit side. Then you go to additional information. Step by step, guys. Step by step. Are you getting it? Yes. Now, don't worry. I have a beautiful note which I have prepared for you. You follow that note. I will put that note in this video's description. You just follow that note. Every step I have beautifully explained. Okay. Now, Dr. Niranjana, resident individual, aged 60 years. Guys, age matters a lot now in Income Tax Act. Because, especially in case of 80D deduction, medical insurance for senior citizens more. Yes, under for tax liability also, if you want to find under optional tax regime for senior citizens, the slab is different. So this becomes important information. So you need to highlight like this, age 60 years and all. Next, clinic. Her expenditure income account is like this. So first we have read the introduction of the question. Now we will read the conclusion of the question, guys. From the above, compute the total income of Dr. Srimati Niranjana under default tax regime and optional tax regime as per the normal provisions of the Act. Simple. Only demand of the question is what? Only total income. Last question, total income and tax liability. And what do you suggest also they asked? Here only total income is asked. So you need to understand the demand of the question. And here also two tax regimes are there, guys. If there are two tax regimes, you know very well what to be done. Correct? Now, first, we will in this 15 minutes what we need to mark. First, I told you already, come to the credit side, income side. Consultation and medical charges, normal professional income, that is. Income tax refund is not a profession income. Income tax refund, principal 5,000, interest 450. Guys, income tax refund, principal interest what, sir? Interest is additional income what you got from income tax department. But the principal is your own amount they are refunding you. So both cannot come under business income, right? So I will reduce and I will take it to IFOS. I will write it here. But mind you, under IFOS we will take only interest. We will not take 5,000. Correct? Next. Dividend from UTI, again reduce from here and take to IFOS. Mark like this. Next, winning from a game show on TV, reduce, take it to IFOS. Sir, here net of TDS is given, sir. Guys, think logically, 35,000 only given in income and expenditure account. This TDS we will consider separately. How we will consider, sir? Very simple. Generally, under income from other sources, whichever income you consider, you should always consider gross amount. You should never consider net amount, because what is your income? Your income is 35,000 plus 15,000, 50,000. Yes, next. Rent. Rent should come under income from house property, reduce from here. So we are done on the credit side. Let's go to debit side. Medicine consumed, professional income expenditure normal, staff salary normal, clinical consumption normal, rent paid for business normal, administrative expenses normal, amount paid to scientific research under section 35. Guys, the demand of the question is both the tax regimes. Now remember, if you do donation, amount paid means you are outsourcing the, or you are donating amount to any scientific research association. Under default tax regime you cannot claim, only under optional tax regime you can claim. So I will write it here, add under default tax regime only I will write. Under optional tax regime I need not do any adjustment. Yes, this becomes very easy now. How clean it is. You know, okay, these I will consider under IFOS. This I will consider under IFHP, house property. This is under default tax regime. How easy it becomes. Next. Rent paid includes 30,000 paid by check towards rent for a residential house in Surat. Guys, this rent paid whatever is there, out of 90,000, 35,000 is paid for a personal house, personal expenditure. So this we will add back 30,000 under PGBP, guys. And I will write here also, rent paid, add 30,000. So I remember, okay, this adjustment I need to do. Next, clinical equipment, opening WDV, acquired cost by check. Acquired cost by check. Guys, clinical equipment is a plant and machinery. So depreciation, is there any depreciation information here? No, nothing given. So we will compute depreciation and we will reduce depreciation. Like this I will write, enough. Then I will compute their separately working note. But at least I know, okay, this adjustment has to be done. Next. Rent received relates to residential house property situated at Surat. So this residential house property rent, this rent 27,000. It is saying what? Rent received relates to residential house property in Surat. Gross annual value is 27,000. Municipal taxes 2,000 paid in December has been included in administrative expenses. Guys, 27,000 is this. We have already taken reduced from income from house property purpose. Municipal tax 2,000 is included in administrative expenses. Guys, look at this administrative expenses. In this administrative expenses of 2,55,000, she has already taken 2,000 as a municipal taxes for personal house property cannot be taken. So in administrative expenses, add back 2,000 under both the tax regimes. This also both the tax regimes. Getting it? Next. Both I will write here. So I will write it here plus 2,000 both the tax regimes. Getting it? Next. She received a salary of 7,500 per month from Full Cure Hospital, which has not been included in consultation and medical charges. Guys, salary should be taken under salary head. So add income from salary. And guys, one more thing. Add a salary head. We will not consider under PGPP head, salary head separately we will consider. And we need to take what? Standard deduction also we need to take. We will write that also. Next. Dr. Niranjana availed a loan of 5,50,000 from a bank for higher education of daughter. She paid principal and interest. Guys, interest on education loan is given full without any limit under 80E, but principal is not allowed. So 55,000 80E, I'll write here 80E, but mind you, only under optional tax regime. You will not get anything under default tax regime. Very, very careful you have to be. So I've written that. Next, she paid 1 lakh as tuition fee in the nature of a development fees for donation to the university. Guys, 80C, this will be only under optional tax regime, nothing under default tax regime. Amount 28,000 has also been paid by check on 27th March for our medical insurance. Guys, First, we need to check senior citizen. Yes, 60 years senior citizen matters a lot. 28,000 means well within 50,000 limit. So full, I will give full under optional tax regime only. Nothing under default tax regime. Correct? So I have given all the adjustments. One hint I have given. Now, how will I present? First of all, how many heads are there? Three heads are there, guys. PGBP, IFOS, income from house property. First, and so sorry, there is salary also. Four heads we have. So first we will start with what? Salary, then house property, then PGBP, then IFOS. Correct? So first the salary head, what we will do? Very simple. This salary 7,500 rupees per month means 7,500 into 12. We will take 90,000. 90,000 minus standard deduction under optional tax regime 50, under default tax regime 75. Salary head is done. Let's look at it. See, computation of total income of Niranjana. What is the demand of the question? Only total income. No need to find out tax liability also. Under both the tax regime, it is asked. So, this format will help you immensely, guys. One shot, it is done. First, you will write this format. First, you will write income from salary, basic salary. You will add under both. No, immediately done. Two shot. Two things under one shot done. Next, standard deduction. Obviously, optional tax regime 50, default tax regime 75. One shot, do it. Done. Next is what? House property. House property, what is it given? Rent 27,000. This is not per month. This is total rent, guys. 27,000. GAV 27,000. Less municipal taxes 2,000 we have to consider. Correct? Less. Then standard deduction, interest, nothing is that. We will take it. Yes. See here. Income from house property. GAV. Both the regimes are done in one shot. Municipal tax 2,000, 2,000. NAV, let out property, no. Under default tax regime, we will allow interest, municipal taxes, everything. So, standard deduction 7,500. There is no interest information. So, income from house property done. Then comes what? PGBP. Always start with what I told you. Always start with the profit. Then, what are the steps I told you? First, take the profit. Then, reduce all the credit side. Then, add back all the debit side. Then, whatever add less from the additional information. Done. Simple it is. See, first net profit, both you write. Then less items credited to income and expenditure account. You reduce all the items. Income tax refund, dividend, winning, rent, everything we discussed already. Next, personal rent expenses. You add items debited to income and expenditure to be disallowed. So first personal rent expenditure, municipal taxes, house property, personal, scientific donation, mind you, under optional tax regime it is allowed. So we need not do any adjustment. But under default tax regime it is not allowed. So we will add back. Next. These are additional information things. Guys, always remember one thing. First whatever I added and reduced is those things which were there in the format or which were there in the income and expenditure account or profit and loss account. Then only we will consider the additional information things. See here, less items to be allowed under PGBP separately. Depreciation calculated. See here, I have calculated on these two things. You remember two information is given. On this we need to calculate and reduce under both. So I have calculated here. See guys. First I have shown opening, then purchases, then I have written here. Guys, you need to exactly present like this. Working notes, everything is important. Less than 180 days, half rate, and I have explained everything so beautifully. Then PGBP comes. And one more thing, guys. See here, net salary income A, income from house property B. I am marking it. Sir, why are you marking it? See here, gross total income will be A plus B plus C plus D. So D will be IFOS, C will be PGBP. Like this, you need present. You need to make the examiner so comfortable so that he should give you full marks. Next, income from other sources. Interest on income tax refund, dividend, everything we have added. That comes to gross total income, you have added everything. Then 80E, 80C, 80D, everything you will reduce. Mind you, only under optional tax regime you will reduce. You will not reduce anything here because default tax regime, no chapter 6 reductions. Total income and you are done with the question. Because the demand of the question is only total income. They have not asked anything extra. Which is better, which is nothing better. Nothing is asked. That's all. Full marks you will get it, guys. Next, the last model which we are going to discuss, receipts and payments model, cash account. Guys, a lot of times they will not give you P&L account. They will not give you income and expenditure account. They will give you receipts and payments account. Nothing but cash account. Cash how much received, cash how much paid. That kind of a model also is given a lot of times in the examination. How to tackle this, sir? Guys, think logically, think logically, think logically. Receipts and payments, is it a profit and loss account or income and expenditure account? No, this is just a cash account. Means this you will not find a profit here. You will not find profit here. You will find closing balance of cash here. So how to tackle this kind of question, sir? Let's look into this. Receipts and payments model, cash account, total income. Mr. Rajiv, aged 50 years, resident individual, practicing chartered accountant, furnishes receipts and payments account. Guys, think logically. When receipts and payments account is given, all payments means these are all expenses. These are all incomes. Receipts are incomes. I told you what? First, read the introduction of the question, then read the demand of the question. Let's read the demand now. Compute the total income only. Assuming that he has shifted out of default tax regime means they're asking you only under optional tax regime and the two total income only asked. Only one demand of the question under optional tax regime. Means under optional tax regime, no janjat, no headache. Whatever you want to take, allowances, deductions, everything you take. Peacefully you can take. But sir, here profit is not given, sir. How will we find the profit and loss account, sir? Simple. Whatever receipts you see here, business receipts you take, less business expenses from the payments you take, you will get PGBP profit straight away. Yes, first let's look at, always start with incomes, receipts. Opening balance of cash, not required. Fees from professional services, yes, required. We will add it under the PGBP. Rent, add under income from house property. No. Next, motor car loan from Canara Bank. This is loan amount. No problem. That is capital income. That is nothing, not required. Next, staff salary reduced from PGBP. Staff salary paid for business purpose. Office adjunction PGBP reduced from PGBP. Office rent reduced from PGBP. Wait guys, I'll write it here. Wait a second. You will get confused. 1 second. Reduce. I'll write it here. PGBP. PGBP. Housing loan repaid to SBI includes interest, guys. Housing loan repayment, principal also you did, interest also you did. Guys, mind you, interest payment deduction you can take under income from house property head. But principal you can take it under 80C, correct? So I'll write here 80C and income from house property. Both I will write it here. Reduce. Life insurance premium 80C. Motor car acquired in Jan 2025 by account paycheck. On that, we need to reduce what? Depreciation if the car is used for business purposes. So first we will leave it just like that. Let's read the full question and we will understand. Medical insurance premium for self-funded wife 80D, because this is optional tax regime, we can claim, right? Next, books bought on 1/7/2024 annual publications, guys, this we can claim depreciation. Depreciation we can claim. This is books means 40%. 40% we can claim. Annual publications 40% it is possible. Next, computer acquired on 1/11/2024 for professional use, guys. Computer, guys 1/11 means less than 180 days. So half rate of depreciation only we will claim on 30,000. Next, domestic drawings, no adjustment needed. Public provident fund, guys 80C. Motor car maintenance, normal motor car if it is used for business purpose we will claim it as expenditure, but we do not have any information about the motor car. Closing balance is given. Next, further information is given. He occupies 50% of the building for own residence and let out the balance of residential house at a monthly rent of 5,000. Guys, this rent whatever is there, no, this only pertains to half of the property. Are you getting it? It is not a full property, guys. Half of the property only it is. So under income from house property, there will be two things: self-occupied property, let-out property. 50%, 50%. For self-occupied property, under optional tax regime, we can claim interest, no doubt. Correct? But under let-out property also we can claim interest. But under self-occupied property, NAV will straight away become nil. Less interest we can take. Correct? So let's see. He occupies 50% of building for own resident and let out the balance for residential use at a monthly rent of 5,000. The building was constructed on 1997-98 when the housing loan was taken. Guys, one thing, see here, housing loan repaid is 1,88,000. Out of 1,88,000, 88,000 is interest. So guys, out of 1,88,000, 1 lakh is principal and 88,000 is interest. Guys, out of 88,000 total interest, only half will be for let out property, half will be for self-occupied. Correct? Now, look at the year 97-98. 97-98 means before 1/4/1999. Now recall the income from house property provision. If you had constructed or purchased any property and took loan before 1/4/1999, maximum 30,000 only allowed. So here maximum 30,000 only we will allow under self-occupied property, because 88,000 by 2 will become 44,000, but we will allow only 30,000 here. For let out property, we will allow full income from house property interest 44,000, and we will take rent of 5,000 per month into 12 months, 60,000 rupees we will take. We will remove off the standard deduction and 44,000 of interest. Motor car was put to use both for official and personal purpose. 1/5 for motor car is personal purpose. No car loan was interest was paid. Guys, out of this motor car loan, interest nothing is paid. So 43B nothing we will give deduction. But when it comes to here, guys, motor car 4,25,000. Out of 4,25,000, 1/5 is used for personal means. Only on 4/5 of this amount of 4,25,000 we are eligible to claim depreciation. So I'll write here 4/5 depreciation we will claim. Next, motor car maintenance also only 4/5 allowable, we will mark like this. Now full information is done, I think. No, wait. Then written down value of assets on 1st of April means opening WDV, furniture, plant and machinery and computers. Normally we will claim depreciation. Furniture will take 10%, plant and machinery 15%, computers will take 40%. Mr. Rajiv follows regularly cash system of accounting. Simple, guys. Very, very simple. How many heads of income are there here? First, income from house property is there. Next, PGBP is there. Correct? Is there any other thing? No. So, first we will start with income from house property. Computation of total income of Rajiv under optional tax regime. Particulars rupees. First you will write income from house property. Recall, mind map. Full, out of full house property, half self-occupied, half let out. Out of half also, NAV will be nil. Then interest we can claim only 30,000 because purchase property was constructed before 1/4/1999. See here, 30,000 I have explained here also. Explanation is must, guys. If you don't write notes, you will not expect marks. So interest 88,000 by 2, restricted to 30,000 as property acquired before 1/4/99. 30,000 is a loss. Next, let out property 50%, rent 60,000, standard deduction, interest half. Then let out property B is having a loss of 2,000. Total loss from house property is 32,000. 30,000 plus 2,000, 32,000 you are getting. Simple. Then comes PGBP. First you will take 59 lakh 38,000. Guys, mind you, this question we do not start with profit. There is no profit given. This is receipt and payment account. I already told you, always start with the credits. So 59,38,000 we will take, and we will reduce all these expenses. Yes. So fee from professional service is 59,38. Interest on car loan we cannot take because unpaid, no. 43B, nothing we can claim. Depreciation, full explanation of the chart, full information on the depreciation what we can claim. Mind you, three assets are given here. Three assets: furniture, plant and machinery, and computer. But keep in mind one thing: motor car only 4/5 of the amount we will claim depreciation. Then books 40% we have to claim. Computer less than 180 days. These three, see here, beautifully explained here. See, furniture, plant and machinery, and this was given in the table. But other thing, books 40%, new computer 20%, because computer generally 40%, but only half given. Motor car only 4/5 given, that too less than 180 days used. Total depreciation is this. This is how you present in examination, guys. Next. Staff salary, other administrative expenses, normal. Car maintenance only 4/5 we will take because 1/5 is used for personal purpose. PGBP you will get. Gross total income A plus B you will get. Chapter 6 deductions, housing loan repayment, LIC and PPF. Total you take, total income you will get it. Guys, I have the intention of this video is not to teach you the adjustments. The intention of the video here is to help those students who do not even know how to solve total income computation questions, who do not even know where to start, what are the steps involved in this. Are you getting it? So just a moment, I will show you one PDF. This PDF I will upload in this video's description under Tax Thalaiva free resources. You will find the heading of the PDF will be steps to solve a P&L model questions will be there. In this I have whatever I have taught here in this full steps has been explained beautifully, guys. If you want to take this, download this video, this PDF, and then you solve total income computation, 100% you will get comfort, guys. Okay, so this is all from my end, guys. Recently, if you are not comfortable in income tax subject, guys, recently I have finished my income tax marathon video. Income tax practice batch for Jan 2026 attempt. Within just 80 hours, we have covered full income tax. We have solved a lot of questions also, guys. If you want to take benefit of that, guys, you know what? 80 hours I took. Just 1.5 speed, if you watch that, within 60 hours, you will be able to finish off your income tax subject. Everything is covered in that. If you do not have comfort in that, ping me on this WhatsApp number 8919258063. You will get benefit of that, guys. 12 days you spend. Today is what, 8th. Within the 20th, your income tax will be done. With the practical concepts, questions, everything covered. Questions from study mat, previous year questions, RTPs, everything covered. Income tax one-stop solution, that is. You want the details, 8919258063 WhatsApp, you do me. I will tell you how much you need to pay. Just 1,500 rupees. You will get hard copy books. You will get test series. Everything you will get it, guys. Yes, I hope the video is clear. So share it with your friends who are having trouble in the total income computation. Let me know in the comment section whether this video is helpful for you or not. Download this PDF in this video's description under free resources, Thalaiva free resources. One link will be there. Click on that and you see steps to solve P&L model questions. You will find it and you will get full comfort. 15 marks laddu, guys. 1 hour I have taught you. You will get definitely. Yes. Take care. Bye bye.